You will not make sales if you do not find your own leads. Find retailers, contact them regularly, nurture them to buy more, and rinse, repeat. Sounds easy, right? Well, most brands on Faire do not do this, and they're missing out. So listen into this video and learn how to find suitable retailers for your brand and make them convert. Hi everyone, Lucy here from Candid Founders Agency. We grow brands' Faire accounts for them, and a large part of this service is finding qualified leads, vetting them, contacting them consistently, and nurturing them to spend more each time and also purchase more frequently. If you think you need help with this on your Faire account, head to candidfounders.com where you can book a discovery call. In this video, I'll talk you through what our lead generation looks like and why you need to be doing this to grow on Faire. So let's start with why this is important. Why do you need to find leads to add to your Faire account? Isn't this what Faire should be doing for you? Well, no, it actually doesn't quite work like that. Think of Faire as the sales tool that you're actually using to take the order from the retailer. They become the middleman. They provide you with a software that allows you to showcase your brand and products, hold accurate inventory, and then actually make the sale and then get paid for the sale. Once you think of Faire like that, the middleman, you can see why it's helpful for you to continue going out and shouting about your brand and bringing those sales in. The added benefit that Faire brings is when you're consistently bringing in your own customers, the algorithm starts to learn what retailers are right for your product. That is when the marketplace functionality will kick in, and Faire will bring you new, like-minded retailers that want to stock your brand. But once again, your work here is not done because these are still new customers to you that need to be nurtured. You want to give them a good customer experience and keep on speaking with them and marketing to them because you will then increase lifetime value. So in finding your own leads, adding them to Faire Direct, and then actually getting them to convert, you're teaching the algorithm what kind of retailers you want. So then you have both of you going out and finding retailers, and this gives you the opportunity to exponentially grow your account. Okay, so we have established that going out and finding leads for your Faire account is important, but how do you actually go about doing this? Well, this is the manual part and it does take work. The good news is this scares most brands off because it does take time to do it well. Some brands will revert to buying lists of leads. So that means going out and buying a list of emails to put into your Faire Direct. We actually really recommend not doing this. You tend to get a list of really old emails that might not be relevant to your brand. You might be emailing shops that aren't even open. And actually, if you upload dodgy emails to your Faire Direct, you can get banned from Faire's marketing tools. The best source of finding new leads is to start with your current retailers. Make sure you understand who is currently ordering from you. Who are your best possible retailers that you've got right now? Because you really need to just go out and find more businesses like those. And whether you have current retailers or not, because some of you won't have customers yet, the next best step to take is to go on Google Maps for a particular area and find retailers that you want. So whether you're looking at a state or a city, look for business types within that area. So let's take London as an example. You might be looking for gift shops. So you can start trawling through Google Maps and it will give you the websites for each of those gift shops that you found in London. You should be able to find a contact email for that business. The businesses usually have the email on their website, so it'll either be in the header or the footer. Possibly they'll have a contact page where you can find it. If you really haven't been able to find the email on their website, a good place to look next is their Facebook page because usually that has an email. And if this sounds like a lot of work to you, it is because it is a lot of work. If you need help with it, we actually have a team that can do this for you. So if you need help with your lead generation and growing your Faire account, drop us an email at hello@candidfounders.com. So once we have all of our leads that we have for our clients that we're going to be contacting that month, we need to vet them. So we have our own system here at Candid Founders where we assess over 120 different factors for a particular email to make sure that we're actually emailing a relevant lead for that client. We then put them through a third-party email provider to understand the deliverability of those emails as well. And then once we've gone through all of these checks, we can then upload them to Faire Direct, where we know we have some confidence behind these emails and their deliverability, because you really want to keep those spam and bounce rates down. Naturally, you will have to keep an eye on your Faire account. So if you're consistently emailing out of it to these new leads, do keep an eye on your spam and bounce rates. That's why we provide a list cleaning service for all of our clients, because we want to keep those rates down below Faire's thresholds. We upload leads to Faire Direct at least once a month. This consistency is telling the algorithm that we are bringing in business, and it also nurtures the algorithm because we're consistently using it. Also, when you do send your weekly newsletter, which is the cadence we recommend on emails, those new leads are going to be receiving consistent emails from you. It is also worth having a bit of an acquisition flow that you can use each time you upload these leads so you can warm them up to your brand. So I'd include things like a brand introduction, founder introduction, products and USPs. You can then duplicate that acquisition flow and use it each time you upload new leads. There are, of course, other ways to find leads. You may attend trade shows in person. If you do, these leads are going to be super warm because these are retailers that you've met in person and you've actually spoken to. We recommend taking copious notes when you're speaking to these retailers because it allows your follow-up to be really targeted. Do also try and understand from them in person whether they are open to using Faire or not. We've found that every trade show we've gone to over the past couple of years, they seem to be more open to using Faire as we've gone through. It's become a more understood platform in the industry. Again, if they're not open to using it, that is why having a direct wholesale channel is important. We actually want all of our retailers to shop through Faire. It's much easier for us. We have a 0 MOQ on Faire, whereas our MOQ coming to us directly is much higher. So if they do insist on shopping with us directly, they're going to be a larger customer. So for us, it's worth the extra servicing cost that goes with it. You may also just come across a business in person or on social media, both great ways of sussing out a new lead. If you have any sort of connection with them, so maybe you've commented on one of their posts or you actually met them in their shop or took a picture outside the shop, you might want to continue warming them up through messaging them in that channel before thinking about popping them directly into your newsletter. And remember, when you're doing your outreach, think of it like a test. It's much easier on you when you're doing your cold email, because it is quite difficult, to think of it as a test rather than, right, I have to get a sale off the back of this email. The goal is to test some content, test some subject lines, understand what works, and see what engagement you get. Test and learn, and it's about the process and being able to tweak it as you go along, so that when you do start making sales off the back of emails or messages, you can actually see where you've made tweaks and what actually works, so then you can improve in the future as well. So if you have a particular email that does really well, assess that email and understand, well, why did this email perform better over this one? And don't forget, if you don't ever hear back from them, still kick them into your regular email newsletter, because it might just be that this time of year isn't right for them in their buying cycle. You still want to be top of mind for them when they come around to making a purchase decision. Potentially they already stock a product similar to yours, so they think, right, this isn't right for me right now, but I'd consider it nearer Christmas where I have more sales. So you always want to be contacting them. Don't expect to just send one email and get floods of sales. It does take time to build up that trust. Generating leads does feel like a bit of a minefield. Trust us when we say it really works. All of the actions that we suggest to you guys for growing your Faire account actually work. We have tried and tested it for multiple brands, and we provide guidance for all of it on this channel. These are regular actions that you can do, and if you do it consistently, you will grow your account, because Faire is an algorithm and we have learned to play the game. So do make sure you are following this advice to grow your account. And if you need help with any of this, get in touch at hello@candidfounders.com or check out our Faire Growth services at candidfounders.com. If you've got any questions about anything I have mentioned in this video or anything related to Faire, please drop them in the comments, because I always reply to everyone. Subscribe for more content to help you and your brand thrive on Faire, and I'll see you in the next video.